Yeah, Basuraj.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Basuraj.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, tell me. Hello. Hello, Arun, is there any disturbance?
No, from your side it is clear, but Baswaraj, I'm not able to hear his voice.
Okay. Even I am feeling like some system is becoming slow kind of thing. That's why I thought maybe the problem is my system.
Actually, initially your voice is not clear, but now it is okay.
Now this is okay, right? Okay.
Now it is okay.
Okay, Basaraj, do you have any questions? Okay, so we were seeing the data type. So in that we have covered the strings and integer, float, and complex numbers. Also, we just tried out the example code. For the list and tuples also, we have just checked it. So we have a lot of built-in methods. We will in the futures we will see in depth that what all the list operations will come, what all the tuples operations will come. So everything we will see that. So also there is a range type is there. So that range type we will see one example. Okay, so it just contain the range in the 1000. So then we can that range will be having the 1000 numbers. If we want to iterate it, so it will print the 1000 values. Even if you want to check that code also one. So we have used the range 6 and we'll store that into some variable. Then we'll do the for loop. So I just executed the code. So from 0 to 5, it has been printed. So the length is actually the 6. So if you define the range, something for example 1000, so then it contains the range of 1000. We can loop it like this. So there is a for loop syntax in the future I will explain properly. So just for to print it in a loop, I am just using this for loop. So I think you people have seen the for loop syntax in a different language in a different way. So but in Python it is in a different format it is there. So we will see in the later. Okay, we just tested the range type, how the range will work. Okay, also as I told you in the last class also, there is a dictionary called dict keyword. So by using the dict, we can declare these kinds of data types. So this is actually a key value based data type like a JSON structure. So this is the key and this is the value. So then again it will be separated by comma. Then again we can represent the key and value. So even each key can contain the another dictionary also. So it can contain like that. Means how we will be having the JSON inside that there is a JSON object. In the same way we can have it. So JSON, maybe everyone knows that. So JSON is nothing but it's just the data will be represented within this flower open bracket and close bracket. So that each data will be accessed by using the key. So there should be a key and there should be a value. So for the key and value, they will be separated by the this colon. Okay. And each set will be separated by the comma. Okay, so this is the dictionary. We can create and we'll see that how it will come. So I just delete everything. I just So I'm just debugging the code. So RAM, you can able to see. So it is representing the dictionary with the length of 2. So it means that it is having 2 keys. So one is name and that value is John. And the second one is key is the age and the value is 36. So this value is the integer type. So first one value is the string type. So this is the one data type which we call it as a dictionary. So that if we print the dictionary, so the output will come like same like a JSON. Okay, so dictionary is very important data type actually. Even because of my experience, we use lot in larger time we have used only the dictionary thing only. We used to use more. So and this is also a one set. This is the list. So this list will be represented with the this bracket, and this is the set we represented with the flower bracket and flower open bracket and close bracket. So actually, even in the next feature concept, we will this sets, how the sets will be operation, how can we operate, how can we access the data, how can we create, and how can we insert, append, everything we will see in the future. So now just we'll create and we'll see the value. Now again we'll debug it. So now you can able to see this ran is equal to set of 3 values 1, 2, 3. So that each value will be having the index number. So it is having also one more key as a length. So which is the value 3. So if you print that set, so it will print the complete set value with the flower open bracket and close. So this is also one type set, and this is a frozen set. So frozen set means, so for example, you are using some set in the programming language. So if you want to frozen it, so frozen means what will happen, so that will not again change. Once you frozen it, you are not able to change that code. You're not able to change that set. So we'll check that.
Like constant, constant.
Yes, yes. But before you can use this set as a, you can update and you can append, insert, everything you can do. So but once it is frozen, so then after that you can't able to make any changes.
Update it. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the concept. We'll check it on. So now it is showing a frozen set. And these are the static symbols. So these are containing. Okay, that same thing it has been printed. Now let's try to change the value of the frozen set. So the set is frozen. So now if I am trying to put the value or start to the that set with the position of 0. So now I got the exception. Now I got the error. Frozen set object does not support item assignment. Okay, so once it is frozen, we can't able to change it. So if that set is not frozen, we can able to update the value. So this is just normal set. This is not frozen set. Till I got the dot add. Okay, so our name is added to that. So we'll check with the frozen one. So we'll say the frozen set. So while adding, it is giving a error. Frozen set object has no attribute add. So because that is not a set, so that is the frozen. So only we can get the size of that, and we can only copy it to only other functions. So sometimes when we are using when we are making as a constant in the other programming language, so we make a constant value. So the same way, but once we are using this set for some updating and inserting, after some time, if you want to close it, so we can use the keyword, this frozen set method. So by passing the set value to this frozen set, then we will get the result as a frozen set data type. So that is can't able to change. And one more data type, that is the Boolean. So Boolean, I think everyone has used in the last programming languages. Boolean means, so there is only a true value. So that is either true or either false, nor false. So there will be only a two values will be there. So if I assign a true to the RAM, so it will be Boolean value. So we can able to see the data type is the bool and the value is the true. So that printed the value is also true. So we'll check the size of so it is showing the class bool, means it is the Boolean value. So Boolean value, it means in the computer it stores only 0 or 1 in just a single bit. So but when we are representing in the coding or in the editor, so we need to type complete true or false keyword. So, but actually it stores only 1 bit value in the computer. So then we'll see the bytes. So to make a byte, so first we need to represent like this. Okay, this RAN is having the total 5 bytes. So in the 5 bytes, so each character will be 1 byte. So total there is a 3 characters, so it contains the 5 byte value. So even if it is a string, so we can convert that string with this by mentioning the b value for that string. So then it becomes the byte array. So we can convert any string or anything to a byte array. Okay, this is completely containing the byte array.
But mostly we will not use this things and all, byte array.
We will use actually.
For image
whether-
purpose, image.
yes, image purpose also. Sometimes if you want to interface any sensor or something to the device or any
Oh, okay,
computer.
okay.
So if you want to send binary values to that, so you need to use the byte array.
Oh, okay,
Bytes
okay,
and
okay.
byte array.
Okay, okay, at the time. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so this byte array, it contains actually a hexa value. So, but there is 5 hexa values without there is no any value. So that's why it is showing only zeros. So there is a one more memory view. I think this will show the memory address of that variable. Okay. So this is the memory at. So this shows the memory address. In the RAM, it will wherever the variable will be created and the value will be assigned, right? So that so there is a memory will be allocated when we declare the variable. So that memory address we can able to fetch it by using the memory view method. Okay, sorry, memory view type. So and none is the empty value. So we can by representing the none, we can by assigning the none. So we can make it as a null value. So usually I think in other programming languages we used to we use the keyword null. So but here we use the none.
None. Okay.
Yeah. So none type object. So even in if you assign it in a none, so when we are checking the condition in if condition or anywhere, so we can easily check that whether it contains a none value or. So if it is a none value, we can do something. So if it is not a null none, so then there should be a data. So these are all the basic data types we are having. So you just go through all the data types just by executing the code how I just executed. In the same way, you just go to the all the data types. Those are the very important only. So because while doing the programming, we should select which data type we have to use for our application. Okay, whatever we have seen, so that same thing we are go one by one. So for example, in the Python number, so there is a 3 types is there. So integer, float, and complex. I think we have executed and we have seen the column. So storing the integer value, float value, and the complex number column. So also, when we are storing the value exactly, if I want to store that it as integer value, even we can represent it with the int. So that time the only the integer value will be stored in that. So that we call it as a typecasting also. So type conversions means typecasting. So it means what is happening. So when we are doing typecasting means float of x. That integer value we are going to cast to the float type of value. Yeah, Narmada, you are asking some.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here typecasting, I think we know that. So typecasting means we are casting from one data type to the another data type. So sometimes it comes in our when we are developing the application, the situation will come like that. So we need to convert that from integer to float, or float value to integer, like that we will get that. So that time we can use the typecasting method. So just by mentioning this typecast method, like a float, int. So with the open and close bracket, we need to mention the variable name, which one we are going to convert to that type. I think we have tested this one also. Okay, so there is a random number. So this random number, we will check it. So we need to import that random number. So for this, we need to mention two values. So one is the 1 to 10. So it will give the random number from range from 1 to 10. So random dot random range. I'm just debugging. So I got the value 2. So now again we'll execute. Now I got the value 5. Now again if I execute, so I got the value 1. So like this, every time it will give a random number from this within this range. Do you understand this random number?
Yes.
Okay, if you don't import this, okay, so we will get the red mark if you don't import it. So that time you just click on this red bulb and import this name. Okay, then you will get some suggested random numbers. So you will need to select this. So then in the above, it will import the random. Okay, every time when you are getting the error, so in the PyCharm, it will suggest something. So you can just go through that also. So if there is any import is missing, or else if you want to declare any variable locally, so everything it will suggest by in that. So these are the things in the numbers it will come. So this is the variables casting. So variables casting means nothing but, so there we were casting the variable value, one variable value to another variable. We were assigning that, converting and we are assigning that value. But here what we are doing, so if you want to make this value as integer value and we need to assign that, so we can use that, we can cast it like this. So for example, this is a string. If you want to make it as an integer, we need to mention int of and that value. For example, if it is a 5, so easily I can able to, this string value I can able to convert and store it as a random. So for example, this practical example, if I want to give, so for example, your date of birth is in your date of birthday maybe 10 number, it's a whole number actually, within the 31. So but that value is in the string. Okay, so but that string value, if you want to convert into integer to make some calculation, so then we have to be convert to integer. For example, if you want to add some 2 or 3 days to that value, you can't make the addition operation for the string. So then you have to convert that string value to the integer. So then easily we can convert by using the integer. So, but in the any other programming languages, we can't cast it like that from string to float. I think we can cast it from float to int or into float. So, but in the reverse, from string to integer, it will not be convert. It will not. We can't cast it.
No, we
convert.
cannot convert. We cannot convert.
Yeah, there is an operations is there, conversion operation, that by using that method only we can able to convert like from string to int. So now if we see, so this RAN is an integer type of value file. But if I give a character, what will happen will be, it should be the error. So it's throw the exception. That exception is invalid literal for the int type. So because A is not a whole number, so that's why it is not able to convert to the integer value. So it should be only integer value. Even if it is a float, it will convert to integer type. Now for this also it is giving the error because of that floating value. Because it is in the double quote, because dot is also taken as a string, so that's why it is not able to convert it. But if you want to point and if you want to convert it to float, you can convert like this. So now we can able to see that variable is the type float and the value is the fixed structure. So now we'll go to Python strings. As we see the data types, the strings there is a we can store the value with this single quote as well as a double quote. You can mention it in a single quote or a double quote, so that value will be taken it as a string value. So assigning the string also we have just checked it. So multi-line strings we will do with this 3 double quotes. So even for the comments we use like that. So I just executed this line. So this is having a multiple lines. So here we can able to see slash n. So slash n means that is the escape sequence. So for each next line, it is mentioning this slash n. So like this multiple lines also we can store it as a string. So but for this if there is not in a single line, we are not in a single line we are not able to type it and store it. So if we want it in a multiple line, so then we should use the 3 double quote. Also in the string, so easily we can able to access the index values. So because this is a string, like a string array, so in the Python easily we can by mentioning the position number, we can able to access that exact value. So now I can able to see the value is So for example, if I give 6, I'm able to access here. So like this much easy in the Python, we can able to access like this, because even if you want to use any other programming language, then you need to convert this string to a character array. Then from the character array, you need to loop by using the for loop. You need to iterate the complete array, and you need to get the position. Depend upon the index value, you need to get the position. So it might goes more than 6-7 lines code if you want to get any one single character in the string. So then looping through a string. So then if I want to completely loop each character by character, so then I can use a for loop. So for loop I will explain now only. Anyway, we have started. So for as usual in other programming language, how we use that in the same keyword we use a for, and here we will not use any open bracket and close bracket how we were using in other programming like this. Also there is no any. We can mention the I value also. But if it is in a array, so then we need to mention the one variable name, any name we can mention it. For example, if I want to give as a C, I can give C in. So then we need to mention it is in the keyword in. So after the in, we need to mention the array name. So then what will happen? So until that array exists, until that it iterates the loop. So every time in each time, so whatever that each index value will be stored in the C. So we'll debug and we'll see. So now it comes to the for loop. So when it come inside, so there is a first character is the /n, then again it loop it. So the second character is the h. So like this, in each iteration, it will come the now a or s h a. So like this in each iteration, so the C contains the that index value in the array. So until that array gets end, so this loop will be keep running. So after that, it will exit the loop.